Good morning and welcome back, or if this is your first time, welcome. It is time to get out into the garden. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day in the high 70s right now, and there is a slight breeze. So let's go over to the vegetable garden. That's what I want to work in today. I just gave a tour of the front garden area here in my last video. Things in bloom, looking beautiful. The trees. This one's actually starting to leaf out now, so the blooms are fading. But that one over there still looks lovely. All right. Our new pump came in yesterday, and Jeff was able to get it installed. So the whole watering system is working. I'm happy about that. My old laundry room that I want to convert into a garden shed, I definitely need to get into and redo this. It's a mess. Needs cleaning up first. I need to pull everything out, but that'll be for a later video. Today, I want to give a little tour of what's going on in the garden, and we're also going to do some garden cleanup because there are a lot of things that need to be cut back, especially the asparagus patch here. And the rhubarb's trying to push through all the old growth, so that definitely needs to be cleaned up there. And this is a golden currant. Then we have some gooseberries over here. There's more stuff over here too. There's the onions, and there's some garlic. The apple trees are just now starting to wake up on this side. This one's a bit older, so it's leafed out more. And I do have an almond tree there, and the goji berries are already starting to get a lot of leaves on it. Not quite sure what I want to do here yet. I know I did put some sunflower seeds in here in the fall, so we'll see if those come up. Twice I've tried a honeysuckle on this archway here, so I think I'm going to go a different route and try either a rose or a grape. Chives obviously are already up. There's my onion patch there. This is where I did have the grapes growing, but I don't know, they did struggle here for some reason. Not sure. Maybe I'll put the two new grapes here. We'll see. Nothing much happening over here besides the mint. It's starting to come up. I believe that is a sweet mint. And over here I have a chocolate mint. That's coming up as well. Then the squirrel's replanting my tulip bulbs because I did not plant those there. It's weird. The new patches of asparagus that I put in last season are already coming up, but I don't see any signs from the larger asparagus. For the most part, I'm not back here until May 1st, and this might be a little too early for them to come up. I've also got to clean up some pots that got blown around from the wind. There's a mess over here that I should get to. Not sure if I'll get to that today. Last fall, I created these two new garden beds and also started trimming back this juniper here, and I might do more trimming on it. I don't know if I'm going to completely take it out. I wanted to install 2 fruit trees there and completely remove this, so that might still be a plan. Over here on this side of the food forest, I have raspberries, no signs of life yet. This mullein here, I don't know if there's still seeds. I left it up for the birds. Oh yeah, I think there is. I should probably spread those throughout the garden. Just out there. I wouldn't mind it growing. I've got 3 hardy Chicago figs here, but no signs of life from those. And I did already water them in, which reminds me I've got 2 new fig varieties, so I'm excited to find a spot for those somewhere in here. I have 3 honeyberry bushes here, and this is actually the first time I've ever seen blooms on them, but usually you need a different variety to pollinate with them, or you won't get any fruit, or maybe it just won't fruit as much. But I'm glad to see them with the little yellow blooms. And over here, this nectarine is starting to leaf out. Back to this garden, just a thought. I was thinking I would do a fruit tree at the end there and then plant out with shrubs and veggies. And here, I was gonna do more grapes, but I had thought I could do 3 different kind of fruit trees and then just do them in an espalier. I thought that'd be nice here and keep them low growing. I love this onion patch here. About 4 or 5 years ago, I just stuck an onion right into the ground, and this is what happened. I don't really mess with it from year to year. I just let it do its own thing. And it's already starting to get its flower stalks here. So I'm excited about that, but this needs to be cleaned up too. All this old growth. Tomato patch here is definitely got to be cleaned up. It didn't do that well last season because I planted too early, I think, and we got a late frost and it kind of stunted the growth. But towards the end of the season, it did finally start to grow. Unfortunately, I didn't harvest any of the tomatoes, just a few. And these were my tomatillos, which an early frost got to, and I didn't have any of those either. So I'm hoping that there were some seeds that will come back up, but if not, I'll probably do tomatillas here again as well. I also have to do some cleanup in the front garden, but I'll probably save that for another video. I guess the easiest thing to do will be start on one end and then just work in that garden bed and work myself over. Shouldn't be too bad. Since I do the permaculture method and it is a food forest, I'm basically gonna just chop and drop everything where it is. Unless it's pretty big, then I'll put it in the compost pile. But for the most part, yeah, I'm just gonna chop it up and let it break down on the soil. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so I've gotten done. The only thing that I can't get is the grass. It's really rooted in there. I'm gonna have to go get some kind of smaller shovel to dig those out. But anyways, mostly everything's cleaned. I took the mullein seeds and spread it through here because I would like mullein to grow there. That'd be nice. And there wasn't much to clean around the honeyberries, as well as this. Like I said, I cut the mullein down. It's just the grass. Since I just did these beds at the end of last season, they were good. I just had to weed the path. But again, the grass is deeply rooted and hard to get out. So I'll go back in with something else and get that. But I'm excited to plant out these garden beds this season. That'd be nice. And I've got to continue on this way. I didn't finish this side. More grass. There wasn't much that was needed to be done over here besides grass, so I didn't show that or do much there. I did weed all those barrels and the pots. Why is the water system on? Well, that's weird. It just cut on for a second. That usually means there's a leak somewhere. Huh. Anyways, I did this area. Now the rhubarb can finally see the sun. And this looks all clean. I just broke up the material and spread it back into the garden. Did all of the asparagus down there. That looks much tidier. Oh my God, how did I forget that right there? It's an old, I'll have to get that in a moment. It's an old sunflower. Then on the other side, there wasn't much to be done, at least over here. The tomatoes I did do, and none of the tomatoes were diseased. If they were, then I would have just got rid of the debris, but since there was no disease, I just broke it back down and let it degrade in the soil. This is the herb garden, and look, my parsley's coming back up. I think parsley is a biannual, because that's what happened to the last one. So I'm excited about that coming up, but I will be starting more parsley to go in the garden. And I cleaned up the onion patch a little bit. I wasn't too worried about it because, like I said, I don't normally clean that up. Just kind of leave it as is. This was fine. I'll show you the barrels over here. I did clean up the mint, that one and that one. Clean these off. I'm going to top dress these. And these are kind of overgrowing their containers, so I might chop these back or cut some of the roots off, get rid of those, and refresh the pot. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to do the same with these. I'm going to top these off because the soil has sunk quite a bit. It's like, I don't know, 6 inches. So we need to definitely top that off. And I left the tulips because I'm going to find a pot and repot those before I top off the soil. I have no idea what this is. I think it was a kale, and it seemed to have survived. This is something else right here that doesn't look like it's dead. And there's actually green growth on this. I saw it. Maybe I knocked it off. Anyways, I think this kale might actually come back. But either I'll transplant it, because like I said, I do want to top these containers off. I'm going to run to the hardware store real quick, and I think I'm going to pick up some hay because last season I just left the soil, and it's a pretty light soil. I didn't put any kind of mulch on top of it, and it dried out really quickly. So I want to put like a pretty good thick layer of hay on top of it and then keep the wood chips on the path. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now is go pick up some hay. Look, there is little ones. Now that I've cleaned up stuff, I can see little asparagus. And these are the older patches. I don't see much going on except 2 of those. I'm excited to get more perennials in the food forest. And I'm going to make another, actually maybe a couple onion patches, different from the other one. Of course, can't forget about my figs that I'm going to do, and that one over there. All right, let's run to the hardware store real quick so I can go get that hay. I think that'll be the best thing to cover the soil with. Came to pick up some packages first. Look. There's a box of Chewy, which is a pet lover's shopping place, and Kellogg's checking it out. You smell that, Kellogg? That's not yours. He's like, but... Then we'll head over to the hardware store. I'm not actually sure how much hay I want. I think I'll just get 1 for now and see how far that goes. I just want a light covering to cover the soil, and also hay's good at reflecting the sunlight because it's light. This is our hardware store. It's a pyramid. I've never been to a hardware store that had this shape.
So Thursday you said? Thursday. All right.
You can see what they have here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, they have the Jumpstart fertilizer. Ooh, that's good to know. I don't see a price on it though. Let's see, what does that say? I can't read it. It's too dark. Dang it, someone came and wiped them out of straw. I don't know if I was saying hay earlier. Probably. Hay. Anyways, it's $14 a bale, but they don't have any. So I went ahead and got the Happy Frog fertilization Jumpstart because I'm going to put some new plants in. So at least I got that. Alright, well, we're going to head back. I guess I won't be doing the straw, and I'll have to wait. She said it'll be in Thursday. So I'll come back Thursday and grab some. Stopped by the convenience store and got a red velvet chocolate chip cookie with marshmallows, and there's some kind of nut in there. I think it's macadamia nut, but it's so good. Good, good, good. Pretty daffodils. Well, we made it back. And unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't able to get the hay, so I guess that will have to wait until next time. So in the next video, I'm going to try to get some things planted into the food forest. Although I should wait because we are getting a frost at the beginning of April. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure something out because there's plenty of work in the garden. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I got some tools to put away. Well, I'm so glad that I got the garden cleaned up, but I do want to get that straw this Thursday and straw everything. Also run into Flagstaff, get the free mulch and remulch the pathways. Maybe I can take some of this old mulch and move it over and put new mulch down. It's usually what people do, is they compost in their walkways. Well, I'm going to thank y'all for hanging out with me during this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hype the video, that does help out the channel. If you want to check out more videos, they'll be over here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so there. See you next time. Bye for now.